Karanji, first thing, I don't think she could have used this language before Narendra Bhai, because had she done that, she would have been reprimanded there and then.
Read the Navbharat Times, Times. It was at a rally that he addressed, and as I said, very possibly he was there on the dais at the time.
That's what I said. A rally of Narendra Bhai or in his presence are two different things altogether. But I have no brief for that. I mean, her language is not something which can ever be endorsed by anybody. So that's beside the point. I just want to make one point. See, what was the demand of Congress when this statement was made by Sadhvi? They said, we want an apology. They had stalled the parliament on day one saying we want an apology. So rightly, there was an apology which was forthcoming because there was condemnation of this statement.
Can I stop you? I don't want to go back into the history of the last 4 days. I'm trying to work out why Parliament didn't function and whether anything of any value was achieved as a result of the standoff. Now, yesterday evening, the opposition offered you a solution. They suggested a resolution passed unanimously by all parties where no one would be named. A resolution that condemns hate speech. You weren't even able to agree to that. Why?
I'm sure the Parliamentary Affairs Minister is working, and there were contradictions in the stand of opposition. While one said something different, the other said something different. I'm again saying, you see, had it not been the speech of Sadhvi, something else would have happened. Somebody would have sneezed in a certain way, and that could have become a reason for stalling the Parliament. Because this is not the cause. The reason why the Parliament has been stalled is not because of Sadhvi, but because of the political manifestation of the frustration there is.
All right.
So let's be very objective. As I said, because when the statement was made, the demand of the Congress was, we demand an apology. The moment an apology came, they said, no, not apology now. We want the dismissal of the minister. So the inconsistency of the stand of Congress itself proves that the intent is not to solve this issue. The intent is basically to stall the Parliament.
What?
I think this issue of secularism versus pseudo-secularism has been well settled in the last Lok Sabha election.
No.
The entire plank of accusing BJP, allow me to complete my argument. Allow me to just complete my argument. The entire plank of dubbing BJP as a communal party which wants to raise communal passions for political gains and all that, they have been squarely and decisively rejected by people because they lack credibility. As far as indiscreet comments are concerned, I have a whole list. I can read out a whole list of comments from be it Digvijay Singh, be it Sanjay Nirupam, be it the General Secretary Satyadev Katara. I mean, whole list. Individual comments which are not in conformity with the standards with which politicians should operate have been made by all and sundry. We have all disassociated ourselves, but stalling the Parliament for this comment, and mind you, when you are saying it is anti-Muslim, I don't think she ever used the word Muslims when she was
didn't say it was anti-Muslim. I said
I think the Parliamentary Affairs Minister is seized of the matter, and he'll make positive endeavours to resolve the logjam. But in the past, the Parliament has been stalled for reasons like 2G scans, for reasons like Colgate scans. Now what do you stall it for? For the language used by a minister, for which he has apologized. In which case, the Congress had earlier demanded that only an apology will suffice.
Okay, you made that point earlier. You made that point earlier.
Let me tell you one thing.
You made that point earlier. Mr. Ram, on this issue, I know that
the anarchy which Mr. Ram is wanting to perpetrate would be too bad for Indian democracy.